Let's try to see a specific kind of characters, more operations around it. Let's look at, we covered these, then let's look at wildcards. So wildcard is used to substitute one or more characters in a string, and they're used with a like operator. And the like operator is used in the where clause to search for a specified pattern. So you can see there are different wildcard characters in SQL Server. So these ones we saw, it starts with A, then any value with or in any position. Then you have any values that have R in the second position, at least 3 characters in the length. It starts with A and ends with O, like these, right? So let's see if we can look at some more variations of it. Like operator. Sorry. Other side is like operator variations. And let me do the same thing on in here. Select star from. So we saw a lot of city had S in them. So let's see if we are able to find such different cities like this. So let's see if we find anything like this. So this is kind of, you're looking at an exact match here. So let's see if we get anything here. So we didn't see any kind of a query. We had San Diego, San Jose, but if we now just put a percentage here, then ideally we should get. So now you can see that you got some results here. Okay. Now similarly, let's try to do the same operation on, if this is for a specific kind of them. Let's say if we want to select all of them which start with S or K. Okay. So for doing that, we use square brackets, and inside the square brackets, I'll just read it out here from here. So the square bracket represents any single character within the brackets. So if I'll just do this, then it finds HOT, it also finds HAT, like this. Basically all of them which kind of start, or if I'll just put a percentage here, and I'll write S, and I'll write K. Now if I just run this, it should basically return me all of them which start with S and all of them with start with K. Okay, so for some reason it is not giving where city, like, so this part I think I'm doing it correctly. Let me try with a smaller letter here. Okay, this also hasn't written anything, so let me try to see with this A to Z if I'm selecting everything.
Can you try without percentage, sir?
Without percentage, okay. Let me try without percentage. So here when we had checked, I think here we were checking, right, with a square bracket, not in the brackets. Okay, so this upper arrow you put for finding anything which is not there. Yeah, so it's not returning for this as well. So some of the functionalities kind of don't work in mode. So that is one kind of a disadvantage, you can say. Can we select database after condition? No, not really. I mean, you need to put the database name and then you need to put the whatever condition you have, like where condition or group by condition, like this. Okay, anyway, so let's look at like this. If you want for New York, if you're looking at it, right? And if you search like this, they'll give me for New York. So yeah, overall, I think this much is fine. This much we are able to cover most of the parts by taking a very simple data set here. We were able to see how we can group by using a specific column at multiple columns as well. So in the next class, we'll try to see if we can cover joins. Joins is an important part, and we'll also try to see, and let's see what is there in the intermediate here. So we have aggregation functions that I think we already covered. Group by also we have covered. Having we have covered. We'll try to see joins and then case statements. Okay, so we'll try to complete both of them in the next session. Okay, so for today's session, anyone has any other doubts specifically? I'll also try to figure out how to make this square bracket thing work in mode analytics, or if it works or not.
Is it MySQL and PostgreSQL? All syntax is same, sir.
Yeah,
SQLite.
yeah, see, there are a little bit of differences in all of the different ones. There is no SQL also, and these ones also, but a little bit of differences are there. But these basic functionalities, whatever are there, right? These, if you learn, then this is, I think, good enough. Those you can just pick up whatever differences are there. But I mean, yeah, a little bit of differences are there in post GRE and MySQL. So the very key differences is mainly around the architectural difference. So MySQL is more of a relational database where you have a kind of a relation between different tables. Like one of the table, like this has this ID column, right? And this ID column is kind of unique at this level. So as different other column, a different other table uh, will also have a similar column like this. And here it is a primary key. In a different table, some other key might be the unique key for that particular table, and that will be the primary key of that table. And if that table also has ID column, then ID will become kind of a foreign key. So this is like kind of basic difference. I mean, PostgreSQL is kind of an advanced version. It it has the different functions of SQL only. It has more like foreign keys, subqueries, triggers, user-defined functions, and all. So it gives kind of added functionalities. Okay, so I think that clears your doubt.
With ORM concept, can we do all this one?
Overall concept,
ORM, operational relation
operation relation database.
manage.
Uh,
ORM concept. I think.
oh, ORM concepts. ORM concepts. Oh, I mean object relational mapping. You are talking about, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I mean there are multiple websites for that. Like one of the good website. I mean there are multiple good blogs for that. I will suggest that one tutorial point is there. In tutorial point, you will be able to understand more of it. And there is something called SQLize as well. So yeah, this SQLize, you should be able to understand these ORM concepts for PostGRS, MySQL, SQLite. So this one I'll suggest. With this one, you should be able to understand. There is some in tutorial point as well. Points. Okay, how you want it for ORM, right? So I'll just type ORM here. So yeah, here you can see these concepts. So you can go through these. Okay. Any other doubt, guys? Okay, so then if there are no further doubts, then we can kind of close for today.
Can we do this one in SQL database? For every class, there will be four. One is a class and one is a foreign class.
Class and
Subclass. Uh,
I'm not able to understand you properly. Can you repeat once again?
sorry, it is a tree-like structure for every class. Is this separate website, specialized website? Not my SQL, no. It is. We are running in.
Okay, yeah, we are running in this mode analytics. This is just a different website.
Yes, 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 sir.
Yeah, it is just a website. Here you can just, so it is very simple. Here, I mean, if you just have to get started, you just write mode analytics and you will find this tutorial for it. So I mean, this is more of a tutorial, and here you can just here if you'll see in the basic SQL itself, you'll see be using SQL in mode, and it will just guide you. Just create an account here, and then it'll just tell you that on the right hand side top you have plus sign. Just click on it and you can get started right away with it, the way we have created a report here, right? So yeah, like this. Okay, so yeah, I mean, if there are no further doubts, I'll just share this PDF, this all the queries that we ran for today in the WhatsApp group itself in a PDF format, so that you guys can go through it, and or I can just actually directly paste it. I mean, I think if I'll directly paste it, then if you just copy paste it directly, then it will make more sense.